Hello and welcome back, guys. So in this particular session what I'll be doing is I'll be talking about percentile. Okay, how do we compute percentile? I'll use one question and then I'll solve it for you. Okay, so in this particular question what we need to do is we need to find third quartile, right? We've been given the marks, number of students has been given, so I have already put it over here as well. Okay, so as you can see, so what we need to basically compute is your Q3, right? So you will also need your CF, your frequency is here. I have computed the middle value. The total number of frequency is 36, right? And then your CF is 6, 9, 18, and 7 will be 25, 30, and then 36. Okay, so this total value should match with this. Okay, always remember that. And then basically just you applying the formula, we know Q3 is 3n by 4, right? (36) divided by 4th item, right? 4 9s, that's 27th item. So anything above 27 is over here, right? So our class will be this class, right, for Q3. So therefore Q3 class will be 40 to 50, right? And then so how do we compute Q3? Q3 is equals to L plus 3n by 4 minus CF upon F into H, right? So your lower limit is 40 plus CF upon this thing will be 27, right? Minus CF will be 25. Your frequency is this figure, no, this one, right? 5 into 10. Okay, so you can cancel this thing out. This will give us 2 to 4, so it will be 44. Okay, let's check our answer as well. What does it say? It says 44. Okay, that's good. So from the same question I will be solving Q1 as well for you. Okay, so how do we solve Q1? Q1 is equals to 1 times, or you could say n by 4th item, right? So how can we compute that? 36 divided by 4th item, which is basically 9th item, right? So therefore Q1 class will lie in, so since the 9 is over here, right, so our class will be this 10 to 20. Okay, so we know Q1 is equals to L plus n by 4 minus CF upon F into H, right? So what's our lower limit? 10, right? And then your n is 9, right? And then your CF is basically the number above it, minus 6, right? And then your frequency will be this number. Okay, 3 into your height is 10 and 20, that means your difference is 10, right? 10. So this will give us 3 and 1 will be cancelled out, so your Q1 will be 20. Okay, so as you can see, so 9 minus 3 will be 3, and then 1, and then 10 multiplied by 10, you'll get 20. Okay, so same way you can compute your median as well, MD or Q2, it's same thing, right? Because the formula is basically 2 times n by 4 item. So what happens is this 2 cancels out this, and then you'll be n by 2th item, right? So what will be your n? 36 divided by 2th item, it will be 18th item, right? So what is your 18th item then? MD class is basically 20 to 30. Okay, as you can see, 18 item, 20 to 30. Okay, so when we are computing it as well, so we apply the same formula as we did for other percentile, right? MD or Q2, so L plus n by 2, or you could write 2n by 4th item, right, minus CF times frequency into height. So this is our 20 because our class has lied over here, and then this will be 18, and then the number preceding it will be 9, right? So 18 minus 9 18 minus 9, what's our frequency? 9. Okay, 9 again. Our class is for 10, right? So 9 and 9, 10 will be, so it will be 30. Okay, so this is basically how we solve for percentile as well. Okay, just remember the formula only. So it will be n plus 1 for continuous series, whereas if this were to be, suppose if this was discrete, your formula will be q plus 1 divided by 4. Okay, your formula will be like this, and then if it is q1 it will be 1, and then if it is q2 it will be q plus 1 divided by 4th item. Okay, if it is 3, q plus 1 divided by 4. Okay, so this is how the formula will vary. So in case of continuous series there will be no plus 1, whereas in other individual or discrete you will have plus 1. Okay, always remember that. And then basically what we are doing with this q3, so you might say what is q1 and why we are, q1 is only 20, right? And then in this case q thingy is 44, right? So it's 20 and then 30 and 44, right? So what we are basically doing is, in q3 you are basically examining the third quartile, or okay, and then your third quartile is basically this class over here, 40 and 50, right? So your quartile lies in this particular class. Okay, and then in this case you're splitting the values in the middle exactly, right? So your thingy lies in over here, right? So it's between 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Okay, so it's between over here, so your 20 and 30. So since it is the middle, right, so that's why it's median or q2, because it displays us, divides the data into two different half and then shows us where does it lie. Okay, and q1 basically it's basically divides the data into four parts, and then after that you will get your first part. Okay, so the first part of data will be displayed by q1. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So your q1 will display your first part, q2 will display your middle part, q3 will display your third part. Okay, so it just divides the number. See, we are dividing it by 4, right? That means we are dividing something divided by 4 will always divide that particular number into 4 different parts, right? So we are examining this part, this part, this part, this part. Which part are we examining, right? So based on that, so suppose if we are dividing it by 4 and then we are multiplying it by 2, that means we are calculating for 2 only. Okay, so it's for median only. Okay, so it's always good to know the what you're dividing it, whether you're dividing the data into 4 different parts, and then which part you are examining. Always look at that. Okay, so this is how we solve this kind of problems. Okay, if you have any questions regarding quartile, please do comment down below. I'll definitely be happy to answer it for you. If you have any other questions regarding statistics, please do comment down below. I will definitely give you the answer. Until next time, bye bye.